Hi, this is Pete Salicco with the Salicco Fingerprint Brush Company. I have two brushes here. This is the Elite metal handled brush, and this is the Salicco Standard Fingerprint Brush. You can tell that they're different sizes. This one's mainly for processing a full car, while this one is just for processing delicate areas, evidence, and so forth. You can use both of them for either process. What I wanted to do is also introduce you to the Salicco Fingerprint Jar. What it does is it makes it easier for you to process a car like the one behind me. Reason that is because the jar actually sticks to the car, and you can actually take the lid off, which is weighted, put it on the car, and then put your jar on the car like that. It will stay in place until you're ready to process. Now, when you first use your fingerprint brush, you want to dip it in, swirl it around a little bit like that, let it load up into the brush. The wind is blowing this way, so what I'm going to do is tap it off inside, and then I'm going to do this. You'll see the powder goes down. You see how it loaded up with powder? That still needs to have a little bit more. We're going to go ahead and do this one more time. Tap it off and then spin it out. Now when we go to process with this brush, you have to be very delicate about it, because the brush itself will cover a large area. You can see how it's bringing up these fingerprints here, and it'll bring them up quickly. Just don't over process with this brush. With the other brush, you can use, of course, the same brush canister. Fits in there quite easily. You'll see how it loads up pretty heavy. Again, make sure you're downwind and spin it off. All right, with this brush, it doesn't matter how much pressure you use. You can actually just process a window, but you can see it takes a little bit longer to process these prints with a smaller brush, but you could still do the whole car with this standard Salicco fingerprint brush. Here, I'll do the bottom portion of this car. But you'll see here, for instance, fingerprints will come up. Let's say you wanted to do a very delicate area like the handle, and you didn't want to over process it. Well, this is the brush to use. If you want to actually process the whole door, such as this, you want to have a brush that'll go all the way across. Load up with powder, tap off, go off like that, and then again you will find fingerprints. The powder jar, which is a magnetic powder jar, you can see I was holding it, but if I wanted to, I could put it up here and it will stay because it's magnetic. Now on the ground, it's weighted so that it won't fall over. And that is the benefit of this jar. It has weight and magnetic to it, and it also has a lid that is weighted. And if you wanted to, you can actually put the lid on the bottom of the jar and put it down on the ground and it will stay. So if you were doing it like this, you know that your jar is not going to tip over whenever you tap it, and you can just continue to do your processing. So anyway, that is the Salicco fingerprint jar. This is the Elite brush, and I'm introducing this year, sold by MedTech Forensics, the Salicco Standard Fingerprint Brush with a plastic textured handle. This brush is $8.95. This brush is $17.95. This brush will do a lot more area than this brush here, but this brush should suffice for anything that you want to do, and has a very light touch. This is my first video doing a video for my company, the Salicco Fingerprint Brush Company. I want to thank my son Ben Salicco for doing the video for me, and I will do some more videos as time goes on. So this is Pete Salicco with the Salicco Fingerprint Brush Company signing off. Thank you very much.